We all know that in the world of AI, data is king. But what if the way we've been storing that data is actually holding us back? Well, today we're diving into a new kind of database called Weaviate, one that was built from the ground up for the AI native world. Before we get into all the tech specs, I want you to just think about this for a second. What if your database didn't just match exact words, but could actually understand the meaning and the context behind what you're looking for? That single question right there is the key to this whole conversation.
So here's our game plan. First, we'll tackle the big data problem that AI developers are facing. Then, we'll introduce Weaviate as the solution. We'll look at its two-brains approach to search, see how it stacks up against the competition, and then wrap it all up with the big question. Should you use it? Let's get to it.
All right, let's get right to the heart of the problem. If you're building a modern AI application, you run into this really specific, kind of frustrating challenge. We're going to call it the tale of two kitchens.
Okay, so picture this. You're a developer, right? In one hand, you've got your normal, everyday database. It holds all your user info, product metadata, that kind of stuff. But then, for all the smart AI features, like understanding search queries, you need a totally separate vector database. The result, it's this constant, complicated dance trying to keep these two separate systems in sync. It's a real headache.
And this is where that two kitchens analogy just hits perfectly. Imagine you're trying to cook a meal, but all your ingredients are in the kitchen and all your pots, pans, and knives are in the garage. You'd spend all your energy just running back and forth, right? Well, that's the exact same inefficiency developers are dealing with every day.
And this is precisely the problem Weaviate was built to solve. It's designed to basically knock down the wall between those two kitchens and build one single, unified, and really intelligent space to work in. So what is it, really? Weaviate is an open-source vector database. Now, the key idea, the secret sauce, is that it stores your actual data, like a product description, right alongside its vector embedding. And a vector embedding is just a numerical representation of what that data means. By keeping them together, all those synchronization nightmares just disappear. So, going back to our analogy, Weaviate is that perfect kitchen. Your ingredients and your equipment are all in the same room, intelligently organized and ready to go. You can finally stop running around and just focus on the fun part, cooking. Okay, so that sounds great, but how does Weaviate actually do it? Well, the magic is in an approach that gives it what you can think of as two brains for searching. One that thinks in keywords and one that thinks in meaning. And this is called hybrid search. Let's quickly break this down. On the left, you've got your traditional keyword search. It's very literal. You search for outdoor shoes, you get results with the exact words outdoor shoes. Simple. But on the right, you have semantic search. This one understands the concept. So a search for outdoor shoes might also pull up hiking boots or trail runners because it gets the intent behind your search. Weaviate's trick is that it does both of these at the exact same time.
Let's make this real with a quick e-commerce example. A user types in comfortable outdoor shoes. Weaviate's hybrid search immediately gets to work. Its keyword brain instantly filters for items that literally have outdoor and shoes in the description. At the same time, its semantic brain is looking for things that are conceptually similar to comfortable, finding stuff like hiking boots or trail runners. You combine those two, and what you get is a list of results that is just so much smarter and more relevant for the user.
Now, this is all possible because Weaviate has a few superpowers built right in. We've already talked about storing objects and vectors together, which enables that powerful hybrid search. But it also has these really cool pluggable modules that can automatically create those vector embeddings for you. And for developers, it has a flexible GraphQL API, which lets them ask really specific, really complex questions of the data.
So, we know what Weaviate is, we know how it works. But let's be honest, it's not the only player in this space. So how does it actually stack up against the competition? Let's take a quick look at the landscape. If you had to boil Weaviate down to just one single phrase, this would probably be it. It's the open source, self-hosted powerhouse. And that combination right there is what really makes it stand out from the crowd. This table tells a really interesting story. You've got Pinecone, which is super popular, but it's cloud only and it's not open source. Then you have something like Chroma, which is open source and self-hostable, but its feature set is, pretty basic. Weaviate really hits this sweet spot. You can self-host it or use the cloud. It's open source, it's absolutely packed with features, and it has that killer hybrid search. That unique mix makes it a really strong choice, especially for larger companies. And this flexibility is a huge, huge deal. For companies that need total control over their data, think about privacy rules like GDPR. They can self-host it on their own servers. If you want to get up and running fast, you can use the fully managed Weaviate cloud service. You can even embed it directly inside your app. That level of choice is pretty rare and super powerful. All right, we have covered the what, the how, and the why. So now let's get down to the most important question of all. Is Weaviate the right choice for your project? Weaviate really starts to shine when your needs get a little more complex. You should absolutely be looking at it if you need to manage both your regular structured data and vector search all in one system. It's the perfect choice if you need a self-hosting option for data control, and if you're looking for an open source solution that's packed with features like that powerful hybrid search. But, it's always about using the right tool for the job. Weaviate is powerful, but that power might be overkill for a simple project. If you just want the absolute simplest, most lightweight thing to get started, something like Chroma might be a better bet. If you prefer a totally hands-off managed service and don't need all the bells and whistles, Pinecone could be a great fit. Weaviate's strength is its richness, but that's only a plus if you're actually going to use it.
So, what are the big takeaways here? First, Weaviate is a true AI-native database that finally brings your data and its meaning together in one place. Second, its a hybrid search approach solves that frustrating two kitchens problem that slows down so many AI apps. And finally, that flexibility, especially the ability to self-host, makes it a real powerhouse for businesses that need both control and performance.
All of this points to a much bigger question about the future. Weaviate really represents this shift away from patching different systems together and moving toward a truly integrated AI-native platform. So the question I want to leave you with is this. Is this unified one-kitchen approach the inevitable future for how we build all AI applications, or will there always be a place for separate, specialized tools? The entire industry is placing their bets right now.